Happy February, everyone. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Joanna the Medium. These are going to be readings for February 2018. They are general readings, so I tap into various aspects. What I focused on the most was to give you information that will ultimately help you become a stronger individual that is able to create your abundance, your joy, and your happiness. So I always have that in mind, and Spirit will always give me information that will help you understand yourself on a much deeper level, and also help you understand where you're going and what it is that you might do in order to help you accomplish certain goals. The energy of the eclipse of January 31st came into play in these readings, and I actually talk about that extensively on the last radio show, which I have posted, and I think the link is down below for you, where I do readings and conversation with Amma, and in a second hour we talk about how the January 31st eclipse affects us personally and also globally. And I actually channeled some messages from Spirit about this eclipse, which I'm not an astrologer, and I'm confirm it, so that was actually quite neat for me. So if you want to listen to it, do so. That link is down below, and because that energy will definitely affect you for the next 6 months, and I saw the effects of it in all the readings, including the relationship readings. So many things are leaving because we are being prepared for something bigger, for something new, for something more exciting. So you might have noticed the shift of energy the last few weeks. I certainly have, which is why these videos are late, but they will also keep these energies, the shifts will transpire throughout the next 6 months or so, I've been told. These are general readings, so they may not make sense to you right away. They almost never make sense to you at the beginning, so please listen to them at the end. Also, the love readings, which I go into detail about relationships of any sort. If you would like to have that for the entire 2018, that link is down below for you, so go ahead and go there. And I think that's all I have. I want to wish you wonderful Valentine's Day if you celebrate it. If you don't, I wish you wonderful February regardless. And without further ado, of course, if you would like a private session, that information is down below. But without further ado, let's start off with your general February readings. And of course, listen to your rising sign and your moon sign, because they will often add way more information than the sun sign reading. So without further ado, let's move on to readings. Hello, beautiful Virgos. This is going to be a reading for February 2018, a general reading. I had to laugh because I just finished your relationship reading for 2018, and I think 3 out of 4 cards came up in that reading that it came up here. So it seems to be consistent. I also feel that I see here, for a lot of you this is going to be relationship, but for many of you this is going to be career. So let's see, let's start first with some messages here. Okay, what I'm seeing here is crossroads. Many of you are either at crossroads right now, or you have been in a recent past. But what I see is that you have either just made a decision, just made a discovery, or just chose to do something, which is decision. And I see you having a brand new start. So many of you are already starting something new. This could be as easy as, or as simple as, having new awareness, having made a brand new decision or a different choice, having started something new, or just having different ideas. There is a definite feel of expansion here. When I look at all your numbers, number 3 comes up over and over, and number 6 comes up over and over. 6 is all about, well, it's the Lover's card, which incidentally is here as the theme. It is also a card of balance to me. It's a card of harmony. So again, those 2 readings, relationship and this one, seems to be coinciding. The number 3 is prevalent as well, which is all about expansion. It's about expanding the mind. It's about expanding your the way you see yourself, which will then lead to expansion in your physical world. Whenever we expand, I always say this, whenever we expand, we are bound to go past our comfort zones, and that can create a little bit of discomfort because, well, it's new. There are choices, many new beginnings for you, choices to be made as a result, or there's choices to be made, and as a result, you will have brand new beginnings. So let's start off with some channeled information. For many of you, it is important for you to hold on to your faith in the month of February. Not necessarily because something bad is going to happen, but because I feel many of you are determined to move forward with something substantial, and you are hoping it's going to turn out right. And of course, you can plug that into any situation in life. Point is, this is about a new beginning. It's almost like you're at a threshold here and you're about to catapult forward and you're still in the preparation stage. So this could be you preparing for a career move, a job change, a relationship to go to the next level, starting a brand new relationship, allowing yourself to go out there and start dating, whatever it is. It could also be health related as well. Many of you have moved past the point of no return. So there has been a situation, it actually shows in the cards, where there was a final decision that was made, something was seen, something was shown to you, the truth was revealed, whatever it was, but it happened in a not too distant past. It's also showing me that for many of you, you are feeling either lack of strength, or your strength has been weighed down, or you have been weighed down because of the transformative energies that you seem to be going through. Month of January and February, I felt it, and I think I talk about it on all the videos. The eclipse takes away things from us that we no longer need. So some of you may have felt a little bit heavy a few weeks prior, but I believe the eclipse on the 31st of January takes 6 months into effect. So it can affect up to 6 months. And these will be situations that will need to be addressed, resolved, or moved away from. So over the next 6 months, a lot of this will be coming through as well. Point is, there was some decision that was made in your past, and you are now following through with the steps. So decision, I hear the word decision. Okay, let's move on with the cards. The card that represents your overall theme for the month of February, you have the card of Lovers in reverse. So it's not that you're supposed to focus on, imbalance. It is that this is about addressing things in your life that are out of balance. Okay. And you have probably already addressed it at some point in the past. And it seems to be maybe a continuation of addressing fundamental differences in relationships or at work or within yourself that are not matching with where you are going. Bringing things to light, not hiding away from the truth. Focusing on expanding and, how do I say it? Focusing on removing obstacles to your happiness. And of course, that's a general message. So it feels like many of you will be dealing with things that are not working quite well. This is also a message of major life choices. So it sounds to me like you will be making choices and decisions in the month of February. I think it's going to be throughout the year, but the month of February for many of you you'll understand this in February. The card that came up after is the third chakra, and this is the third eye. And what this is saying to me is that many of you have and probably will experience at some point lack of vision, lack of future vision, lack of visibility, lack of being able to clearly see what's going on or clearly see the future. So that's what's being, for some of you, please watch your eyes. if you're not seeing well, go see a doctor. The other part of the message is your heart chakra. So many of you will be working or will be dealing with some emotions, and these could be emotions from the past, or simply because you are addressing some imbalances in your life. And imbalances typically stem from our emotions and our intellect. So you are to focus on healing or balancing your emotions, and also gaining clarity in your mind with regards to what you want, who you want to be, where you want to go, and what you need to do to get there. So it seems like there's a preparation for you for the entire year in February. It also doesn't surprise me because the actual new year, to my understanding, starts, I think, the 4th or 10th of February, somewhere there. So we are still kind of working with the old energy of 2017. Now, what are you leaving behind? Interesting story, because you actually have the Judgment card. And what this is telling me is that in a recent past, there was a major decision. There was, as a result, there was a rebirth. There was something that came to light. Something was completed, and now you are taking the steps to move forward. What does this entail? Well, I have 6 of coins, which is a message of generosity. So it sounds to me like, and what came after was Queen of Swords. I feel like many of you we're dealing with whoever this person is. This could be a female, could be a male, sword energy, so very intellectual. I actually feel like many of you have been stabbed in the back. This is in the past. This is not what's going to happen. So there seems to be either lack of compatibility between those two people. I see you being very generous to this person, but I feel like this person has somehow taken advantage of you. This can also be, this person is very intellectual, very head-driven, very logical, female, but it could be a male because it's a general reading. So this could be very much in a work situation where I feel like whatever you gave was there's a disappointment here that I'm seeing, and that is when I saw the Judgment card. So something came to light. Maybe this person was taken away from you, and you didn't know it. It's in the past, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. When I asked, okay, why is this person showing up? It shows me 5 of Wands. So this is definitely some sort of a fight, miscommunication, a battle with someone. This could be a battle within yourself about this person, or this could be a battle within this person or organization. And as a result, you are choosing to leave things behind because things have come full circle. So again, this could apply to any situation, and I'm not connecting to anything in particular. The number 9 is being shown to me. So something has ended. It's in your past. Something has ended. Now, it could have ended within you and the situation is still there, or it could have just ended altogether. When I look at your future, you have, well, several cards. The first one is 7 of coins, and this is about being invested in something. It's because it's a coin card. Yes, this could be financial. This could also be a relationship or anything that is of earth energy, things we have, things we own. This would also be, a health situation. Let me just take a look at something. Okay. Very, very interesting. When I'm looking at this card here, it feels to me like she has a mask on her face. She doesn't, but that's just the way it's shown to me. So what I'm seeing here is that somebody does not want to show you their face, or you are afraid to show your face to somebody. Now, this could be a metaphor, which implies you're hiding something, or somebody is hiding something from you. Okay, that's just an odd message that I got. But this is also waiting for things to come to fruition. It's investment. It's investment in something that means a lot to you. The Knight of Swords came in, which is telling me there's a swift action with whatever this investment is. And I said, okay, what is it about this investment? What is it about this person or this action and this investment? There seems to be not knowing what to choose. not knowing what to choose. So you are in the dark about either a person who is very intellectual, or you are in the dark about investing and moving forward with a situation, work, career, relationship, or health. When I asked for a clarification, when I asked, what does this night represent? I got the moon in reverse. So looks like this guy represents you leaving your past behind, you leaving your fears behind. So this may be a person from your past, or this is a person that you will be dealing with, and this person, you are to let go of this person. And because there's decisions to be made, it signifies to me there's a release. So some of you are going to be questioning either a situation or a person that you are investing in, and you're not going to know which way to go. Part of what's keeping you there is some unresolved fears, and that's why you're supposed to walk away from it, okay? I think a lot of it is a career or work oriented, okay? I'm also hearing the word bank, because when I ask about future, you have fantastic card. You have 8 of Wands, and right away this tells me swift movement, but also move. So for some of you, you might be moving. You might be moving for a job or a career, or you may be moving to a different city, a different position, or moving away somewhere to a different home. The card of Knight of Wands came up. So this is how it was shown to me. So if you have been feeling stagnant, and if you have been feeling like there is not a lot of movement going forward, it will change. But I feel like there will be moments where you will feel stagnant and kind of stuck. So when I asked, why is this guy coming up? Why is the Knight of Wands coming up? I got the card of 10 of Wands. So this is a card of defeat. Okay. You may feel at some point stagnant and like overburdened, defeat, lack of future vision. However, this is the number 10, so which means you are ending something. It's the last aspect of whatever this is, because you have Ace of Pentacles. So feels like you'll be feeling a little bit off, but then right after this, you have a brand new opportunity. So this is a card of manifestation. This is brand new job, brand new career, brand new relationship for some of you, renewal of health, purchasing something new. There is definitely a brand new beginning here, okay? Now, let me just see if there is anything else that I want to say here. The number 19 is coming up. 19, well, that makes the number 10, so that's completion. For some of you, the message is move forward without hesitation. You have been thinking about something for quite some time. For some of you, it's switching careers, switching roles, switching some other important aspect. But I feel like you've been sitting on it for quite some time. For many of you, it almost feels like you've been wanting to do something, but you actually felt like almost like you needed somebody's permission. Not that you need it necessarily, but almost like you felt like you needed permission, like validation. And I feel a lot of you will just move forward. Something is going to help you just move forward. And maybe it's because you will be addressing some fundamental differences in whatever situation you are in, and that is going to help you, decide what to do. Because when we know our dark sides, if you will, when we address the underlying conditions, then we can clearly see what the picture is, so we can make choices and decisions that make sense going forward. The card that I'm focusing on the most is this one, move. I hear the word move very, very clearly. So many of you will be moving forward and away. I mean, you are going through a rebirth process. And look at those two cards. They look very similar, okay? A lot of it is going to be conditioning, moving away from a certain way of being conditioned, thinking about yourself. That creates havoc in you and lack of clarity, and therefore it creates havoc in your life as well. Move. Many of you will move. different state, different province. There is a move, but swift movement forward. I also hear don't expect any delays. So if you have been thinking that things are not moving, the message basically is that there's going to be a swift action here. Now, when I tune into the relationship reading, a lot of this information goes into depth because you guys are leaving some things behind, and they're all for the purpose of greater good and your greater good and higher purpose. And none of this is bad. It's actually fantastic because many of you are releasing a lot of burdens. You're just leaving things behind and moving on to have a fresh new start. And whether you are stuck at work and you're not happy, or stuck in an environment that you're not happy, or in a relationship that you're not happy, or a care provider that you're not happy, you're done with just waiting, and you're moving forward. So there's a brand new beginning here. So that is fantastic. The number 13 is being shown to me, which to me is a lucky number. Number 13 is also death. So many of you will be undergoing a death, a transition. But again, that makes sense to me because of the eclipse that we had. And throat chakra, many of you, yeah, you have the throat. Now the third eye, throat chakra, and I think that came out in your relationship reading. Very important for you to speak clearly and ask for what you want and what you need, because people can't read your mind. So if you have had a tendency not to say certain things or to kind of hold off, learn to speak clearly and succinctly and ask for what you want. The world can't read your mind, so you will understand what this means. Okay, I hope this made sense. Makes no sense to me. This may not make sense to you at the beginning. It almost never does. I hear from you guys all the time, but towards the end of the relationship, towards the end of the reading, you will more likely than not understand everything what's going on here or what I said. Okay, I'm seeing you releasing a butterfly. So the message here is release your fears. And that's consistent in the relationship reading. Release your fears. It's a very transformative time for you. I think it's for all of us. The new energy is helping shed some weight. And with that, it helps us to move forward. So if I was to summarize February for you, it would be like spring cleaning my windows so that I can see clearly. So hold that metaphor in your mind, spring cleaning. That's what's going to happen in February for most of you, not for all of you, in some aspect of your life. And a lot of it is to do with conditioning. So I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, and subscribing. If you would like a private session to see how this translates into your life, that information is down below. Thank you so much again for relationship readings. That info is down below. Thank you so much and good luck.